Welcome to the Cone Zone. Let's get to it. Tonight we're going to discuss the losers amongst us. Forgive me, but I have to throw my 2 cents in here. After I'm finished running with this monologue, I'll be very curious to see who will be blushing like an embarrassed schoolgirl on her first period in white pants, and who will be trying to hide under their chairs like the adulterer who got caught with the toothless crack hooker in the cheesy hotel room. We all know that one person who, if their name is brought up, we automatically think to ourselves, God, what a loser. Now, being that I'm turning into a cranky crank, I feel as though losers are following me around like the IRS on Willie Nelson. A few months ago on the show, I talked about a former roommate of mine. For those who didn't catch or remember that diatribe, let me refresh your memory. This pathetic clod was a brother of a friend who needed a place to stay for a couple of months. Here's an example that loser-itis can strike at any time. My brother and I were enjoying our steak and potatoes dinner one night as the hungry white Ethiopian looked on. With $4 in his pocket and drool running down his chin like a gold medal winner at the Special Olympics, delayed reaction, good. Just wanted to see if you caught it. He asked if he could have some of what I was eating. Now, you'd have better luck receiving a fork in the forehead than a piece of my meat. Maybe I should rephrase that. Call me a carnivore all you want, but that's just the way it is. So he took his $4 and left the apartment. When he returned, instead of food, he carried with him a 40-ounce of beer and a pack of smokes. Need I say more?
You could have had a lot of Taco Bell for that.
Yeah, ramen noodles, 10 for $1.
And you let
Right
LA
up.
Guns have some of what you were eating.
Do what?
You let LA Guns have some of what you were eating. That's kind of the running show joke.
The running joke, yeah, the all-you-can-eat AJ buffet. Yeah. Anyway,
Are those leftovers?
I'll supply the food guard.
The sneeze guard. That's right.
The sneeze guard right there.
You can see a sneeze guard on her lap. That'd be great.
Okay. Those are way inside. Continue.
If you didn't watch last week, go ahead and tune out now.
Yeah, you must. That's it. Losers come in all shapes, sizes, colors, ages, and genders. The thing that's going to send me to an early grave are these loser dipshits who add drugs and alcohol to their already nonsensical pea brains. Now, I don't drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, or do any kind of drugs, and I'm not saying that people who do all of the above should be slain like Abel to Cain. Hell, if you want to hoover a line of blow off of a pope during his nap, knock yourself out. This is what I have a problem with. What's the first thing you do when you wake up every morning? Stretch?
Masturbate.
Masturbate?
Fart.
Do girlfriends? If you're a rock star? Anyway, it's not enough of that. Do you stumble to the kitchen and start up the coffee pot? Do you brush your teeth or shower? Perhaps you scrog your significant other? But how about these... Do what?
Let the dog out so he doesn't shit on the floor.
How about these losers who hit the bong as soon as they roll off their puke-stained mattresses? Nice job, Jim Morrison. You're wasted and can't spell your name before you wipe the crusty eye boogers out of your sockets. FYFI. It's 2001, 2002. Not a retarded talk show host. It's 2002, not 1969 at Woodstock. Show some restraint. Hitting the 4-foot graphics before peeing is pretty pitiful. While I'm at it, how about the losers who are drunk before 10 o'clock in the morning? Here I am wandering around trying to decide what I want for lunch when a stumbling Mad Dog bottle approaches me, yammering on about how the opposite sexes are dicks and bitches, and then wants to fist fight me when I ignore him.
It's okay to be drunk at 10 a.m. if you haven't gone to bed yet.
Fighting drunks are great. 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Just add microbrew. The 130-pound soaking wet pencil neck, after tying one on, approaches the 200-pound biker and pinches his wife's tit. What are you gonna do about it? I bet that pool cue sticking out of your ass hurts like hell, doesn't it? Do us a favor, Mr. Tough Guy. Get in your car and race to beat the train. Bet you $1 you can't do it. And just a
six-pack, you'll have some luck.
and just a sidebar for all you DUI recipients. After the first time, your license gets yanked. After the second time, your car gets crushed into an aluminum can. After the third time, you get the Timothy McVeigh treatment. End of story. One of my favorite kind of losers amongst us, and I've seen this happen all of my life, are the people who are normal, then they get a title added to their name and turn into Genghis Khan. The reason I bring this up, there was a woman who worked here at the TV station,
No, she did. She worked at the TV station.
There's a period right there. Okay, this is going out to national television, huh? Beautiful. She helped you when you needed help, and she treated people as she wanted to be treated. And then it happened. The, quote, Access Staff and Training Coordinator title was added to her name. That was all it took to turn an ordinary person into an holier-than-thou snatch. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, titles don't mean shit. Don't try and sell me that I need to bow to you because you have a title to your name. You could be the President of the United States, and if you're a dill rod, I'm going to treat you as such. Get your head out of the clouds. You pick your butt and smell your fingers just like the rest of us. Okay. The thing that bothers me most about losers amongst us is they can infect innocent victims who can't defend themselves. What the hell is with dads pushing their kids into sports? These out-of-shape losers who failed miserably in life now have to live life through their kids. If you dads are watching me right now and you feel no remorse for burning Junior with a cigarette as he dropped a pass at Pee Wee football, I'm here to say that you're a little weenie man who resembles the word pathetic. Patsy Ramsey pushed her kid into doing something that Mommy wanted, and we all saw how that turned out. Instead of forcing your kids to eventually make you money, why don't you be supportive in whatever decisions they make as they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives? Hell, if your son wants to grow up and be a gay Waylon Flowers ventriloquist and not John Elway, then you let him. And while I'm at it, where am I? While I'm at it, if you run out of the stands and onto the playing field to beat up or kill a referee because he called Junior out on strikes, you deserve the punishment you get. If that includes wearing the garter in the joint before being passed around like a doobie, so be it. You'll think twice next time. One more thing. Quit naming your kids after you. If I see one more kid named George Foreman, I'm going to go out of my mind. I just hope his daughter, George Foreman IV, learns how to fight because she's going to need it.
I thought it was Georgia.
George Foreman's wife, George Foreman, is pretty easy going. Is pretty easy going for naming all her kids George Foreman. Come on, George, let's get a little more creative. Mix in a Shaniqua or something, okay? Now, I could go on and on about losers amongst us, but this is only a half-hour show. I will leave you with this. I was asked one time if I knew any good drug dealers who don't screw anybody over. Yeah, you see that guy who's standing over there with the badge, gun, and nightstick? I hear he has the best black tar heroin in the city. If it weren't for losers, I guess I wouldn't have any material for this show. So you all go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, and don't mind me. That's my take, but then again, what the hell do I know? I want to start with you on this one. You always have something to say about losers in society.
It's only a half-an-hour show. We could probably do like
I know,
a
one monologue?
like a 92-hour marathon on this thing, can't we? The losers I've been noticing. I recently moved to the suburbs. I go to Bally's and work out, and I love the people that think their time is more important than yours. Because I'm using this machine. I've been on it for like a minute. You can tell this guy walks over to me. He's middle-aged, 40, tubby. You can tell wherever he works, he's an important guy. He's like, well, you done with that machine yet? I'm like, well, no. I started getting off it, being nice. Why don't you go ahead and use it? He's like, oh, no, I'll wait over here. I'm thinking, what did you ask me then? If you're not in a hurry. So I think that's the main thing now is how everybody, their time is always more important than yours. You have the doctor cutting off me because he's in a hurry to save a life, and you have the shrink cutting him off because he has to save somebody's life, and you have the guy cutting him off on the road because he has to get home to watch the high school cheerleading finals on ESPN2. Everybody's time is more important than yours.
Right.
Wherever you go now, that's the way it is.
One thing I'm starting to notice too is anyway, let's move on. It'll come to me again in a minute.
I was at Best Buy the day after Christmas, I think it was, because I got a gift card. And the lines were like 25 people deep. And this girl gets in line in front of me. She had like a Jewel CD and a couple other CDs. And she was just... and the guy behind me is going... and I'm thinking, I had to bite my tongue and say, where in the fuck do you have to be? You can't wait another 10 minutes.
Right.
It's just amazing how they want everything to drop down to their knees.
Right. Well,
Especially the day after Christmas.
Oh,
Everybody knows you have to wait in line for everything.
I mean,
at
I'm sure
least
the Jewel
20
CD
minutes.
sucks. You couldn't wait another week to get it?
When it goes on sale.
well, the thing that I'm noticing, and it did come back to me, I drew a blank there for a second. People want everything handed to them on a silver platter. They want it yesterday, and they want it for free.
Yeah.
You don't get that, boy, watch out. Hell's going to break loose. What do you guys think? You always have good stories about this.
Goddamn Domino's guy pisses me off.
Guys making $6 an hour, go easy.
No, that's not the issue.
Okay, go ahead.
I had to order this topping. What's this?
Well, here, I mean, I eat my stuff plain. Meat, cheese, sauce, dough. My old lady likes Supreme.
My old lady.
My old lady's petite. She don't eat like I do.
All right.
So I call him, and I say, listen, here's what I need. Charge me what, and I'd say, charge me whatever the hell you need to. But I want a half and half pizza, half Supreme, half hamburger, but I want it made 3/4 hamburger, 1/4 Supreme. We can't do that. So what the fuck, what do you mean? Just put on 1/4 of the pizza Supreme.
And the other half,
But we don't sell them that way.
Come on, those.
It's like, do you understand the food cost concept? The less you put on,
The more money you
the
save.
more money you make.
Right.
Then I'm sorry, sir, we don't. I said, what do you just give the phone to the goddamn cook, and let me talk to him. Well, we can't do. I said, charge me whatever the shit you want to charge me. Just give me 1/4 Supreme, 3/4 hamburger. Sir, we only sell half and half. That's like, fuck it. Send me half and half.
Quick.
I said, send me half hamburger. I said, send me the other half hamburger. It's like, and you have to stop and think about that.
You know what you should do?
It's
Is
like,
you really want to throw them off?
so you want a full hamburger pizza? I said, no. I want a half and half. That's the way I want the goddamn pizza made. Half and half.
You know what really confused them? Tell them to put all the rest of the toppings in a sandwich baggie, and you'll add them yourself.
So I got to come over and show you. I only live 2 blocks from you. You ain't even got to deliver the goddamn thing. Just anyway, it's people like that that
It's
really
beautiful. Beautiful.
just follow the white line.
It's beautiful. And you know, something else I'm starting to notice too, people can't make change anymore. When did this concept become so difficult? You know, you go to McDonald's, you give somebody a $10 bill, now you figure, all right, it's $5.60. You get, $4.40 back. You can't figure this out. You don't know what the hell you're getting. When did this become a difficult chore? I mean, you can add to 10, can't you? Come on. It's what?
The metric system.
Well, it's the DPS system. Everybody's got computers in schools now. You don't have to learn anything.
I had a gal at the, there was a gal at the McDonald's on North Colorado, and it's Martin Luther King Boulevard, I think. There's a McDonald's sits right there, and I used to work in banking, so I do numbers in my head. And she gave me, or I ordered a value meal, and she said it was like $5.60. I said it can't be. I said it's $2.49. No, sir, it's $5.60. I said, look at your sign. And she said, but it's ringing up at $5.60. I said, I don't give a rat's. That's what it's ringing up as. The sign says $2.49 plus your tax. I said, I gave you a $5. Don't tell me I don't have enough money for a freaking number 2 value meal, 2 hamburgers plain. I said, add them up, 2 hamburgers. Even if I can't get that for 2, give me 2 hamburgers, a side of fries. Don't value meal the goddamn thing. Just give it to me separately, and it's still less. Sir, it's $5.60. What do you mean it's $5.69? That's how it rings up in the register. I don't care. I mean, I just wanted to cry. It's like,
it's sad. It's so sad.
I mean, she was just so. But that's what the register said.
Yeah. Oh, and she's sticking to that too. She's sticking to that.
Who's fucking smarter? We program the goddamn things.
Oh, she doesn't.
Dumbass.
Scott, run it. Losers.
Oh.
After those two, I'm drawing a blank here.
How about the people who stand on the corners all day with the signs? We talked about this on the last
No,
panel.
those are smart people. They're making a killing.
Yeah, absolutely.
They walk away 2 blocks away and get into their Jeep Cherokee.
God.
Those are smart people right there.
Okay, how about the teenagers who...
They're smart too. They're building bombs.
Yeah?
A lot of smart people.
Yeah, they can build a bomb, but they can't give you right change at the drive-thru Kentucky Fried Chicken. Come on.
Oh, that whole fast food thing bothers me.
It's all
That's the way it's been for years.
What worries me, though, is the dumb son of a bitch is the one back there cooking my food, too.
That's
God knows where he's been.
Someone tells him all I want is meat on my pizza. Well, whatever, dude. You asked for it.
Exactly. Getting wrong changes the least of your worries. Trust me.
You're getting the
Getting
special
hepatitis
sauce.
is
I
probably.
see all these strange long indentations on the cheese like they hit with the pepperoni stick and think, well, what the, I guess.
3/4 sausage.
Yeah. Oh.
It's best just not to think about it, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
It probably happens a lot more than you
Oh
think.
my God.
It's incredible. My dad went to the gas station one day, and he put $9.90 in the gas tank. $9.90. All right, you can figure any more. I don't think that's goes in, gives him a 20, and now you figure 10.10. Now, how hard is this? How much change did you get back? $16. I could do that in my head, and I don't need to say any numbers. I mean, it's common sense. A lot of this comes down to common sense. We talked about it on the show last year. Common sense is, there's no such thing anymore as common sense. Common
It's
sense
extinct.
Huh?
It's been breeded right out.
It's been inbred right out.
I had a good one. Driving back from California yesterday. Stopped in freaking St. George, Utah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Say no more.
And I go there to put gas in the car, and the card, I use a debit card. It comes right out of my checking account. It's the same as a credit card. It can be rang as either. Won't work in the machine, so I go in and I say I need 20 bucks on this pump. So my old lady fills it up. Old lady puts in 20 bucks, and I give her my card. And she says, is that a debit card or a credit card? I said, it's a debit card. Or it's a credit card. She says, sorry, we only take debit cards. Like Interlink and shit like that. And it's like, well,
What's the difference?
you can use it as either debit or credit. And she said, well, you said it was a credit card. I said, do it as either. I can put in my PIN number. She said, sir, it says Visa on there. She said, that means it's a credit card. I said, no, it's either. Do you want me to pay for the goddamn gas? And you don't say goddamn in St. George, Utah, because that's
Right.
like Mormon Central.
They will hang you out to dry.
It's like, they'll be breeding my old lady. And I'll have 7 of me running around.
Not 7 of you.
LA Guns, Phil will have Phil from LA Guns there. Cheap cutlets and stuff. And so I sat there and I said, listen, go get the guy I said, you're $5 an hour. You go get $10 an hour guy, and let me talk to him.
Did you really?
Yeah, I said, let me talk to
Beautiful.
him. Let me talk to him. Because I said, all I got to do is give you my PIN number, and it's a debit card, whatever the hell you want. So she goes and gets the manager guy who's like 18.
18, pop face,
Yeah,
sure.
it's like, this ain't going to work. Next hire up. And so they bring out the owner again. It's like, listen, I got $20. This is how I'm going to pay. Can you take it? Is it a debit card? Yes. I learned. Yes. So I gave in. And the other guy, he said it's a credit card. It's a debit card. Just swipe it. I'll give you my PIN. And out I go.
Put an end to the misery.
St. George, I think that's where they got the guys for deliverance that took on old Bob.
You want to see some really retarded people, go to Central City, Colorado sometime. 80-year-old people counting change. Now, nothing is more hilarious than watching some old beater counting out a roll of quarters.
St. George.
Awesome. What else we got going
roll
on?
of quarters in your front pocket, you tell them to count that?
Just, yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Oh,
Sicker
boy.
than I am. Guy is sicker than I am. There's another story, too, that was so funny. My mom went to King Soopers one day. King Soopers, grocery store. You figure, all right, you got to have some brains to work at a grocery store.
Why?
Yeah, I guess not.
When they pass that rule.
She goes in.
I wonder, because I always put the detergent by the meat.
Right. You know, they put bread on the bottom. You know, come on. So she goes in and buys a cake. Now, she had some function that she had to go to. So she bought a cake with cherries around the outside. She got a nice one. My mom's kind of, you know, she wants the nice stuff to show up to these parties with. I'm the same way. So she goes and gets this cake. Now, the barcode that you scan was on the top of the lid. Okay? Some little yuppie chick behind the counter. You know, she took the cake, flipped it upside down, doop, and of course now it's all stuck to the roof. You know, I mean, where do these people come from? Where do they come from? Where do they come from? What's that?
Why wouldn't you think if you did that, it would fuck it up?
Exactly. I mean, it's,
Well, they don't care. People working at these places don't make enough to care. You know, that's what it comes
They're
down
just
to.
guaranteed a job because they're union.
and we talked about that last week. Good one. Nice. They make $6 an hour. What do they care? They're not going to get fired if
If
they
you
do.
pay the person at McDonald's $20 an hour and there's 6 million people in line up for their job, they're not going to mess up. But we don't pay these people enough to care. That's what it comes down to. So you get what you pay for. You get
Argument security.
dick smacked on their pizza. And of course, all the people at level 3 laid off. Maybe they can all.
Take
They'll be
over
applying for those
McDonald's.
jobs pretty soon.
Pretty soon it's getting
We have a
close.
definite upgrade in our baggage, in our grocery baggage. Go
What
to
about-
104th and Federal if you could.
What about the people who drink before 10 o'clock? These people who are just wasted by 10 o'clock in the morning. Is that beautiful or what? Is that awesome?
Well, like I said, it depends on if you've gone to bed yet or not.
You know what?
She does have a point.
Well, yeah, but how many people do that? I
Oh,
mean, how
you know
many-
what's horrible? We talked about those.
Vodka, get the Jaeger.
We talked about temp workers last go-around, or 2 summers ago, at the mortgage company. We took all their records from offsite storage, which is like storage bins at self-storage. We had 8 of them, 4,500 storage boxes. I had to hire guys to help me move all those, load them into a semi. It was during the 2-week hot spell where it was
Right.
about 100 degrees. I had to get guys off of Colfax through
Manpower.
not manpower.
Bum power.
It's like temp staff or something. It's on East Colfax. They
Yeah,
send
the standby, exactly.
They send
Homeless
over
heroes.
6 drunk guys.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm out there in a freaking storage unit, no circulation, 100
Oh.
degrees, and it stinks,
Oh.
and they stink.
There's nothing like piss and
you
crap
can't-
and body odor.
7
Oh,
years of dust and body odor. It's like, oh. I mean, I was bawling. It's like, what's wrong with you, bud? It's like, oh, nothing. That's, just horrible.
Where do they come from?
You want to get a drink afterwards?
And then, yeah, they drop them off at the bar. They go get they get paid daily. And
They get, you know, and they work like 8 hours a day and they get paid like $25. But you know what? That's a hell of a drinking spree.
someone
For
must have had pictures of me playing Naked House with the boss's old lady to get me stuck on that shit detail. That was horrible. Worst thing I've ever done.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrible. I wish I would have been at FedEx. We talked about it last week when they were hiring the homeless. I wish I would have been there. I would have been fired because I'd have been laughing my balls off.
Maybe they were offering free homes, you know, all the cardboard they got there.
Yeah.
That was cruel.
That was cruel. You put 100 FedEx boxes together, you can make a nice little duplex.
We're talking about townhouses.
Losers, they're always going to be around. Is it the gene pool? That's where it's come down to? We got stupid people
think it's
screwing stupid
Prozac.
people?
Hey, you need money and education. You need money to get an education. Where you need to go into somebody. Nothing. You need
free hooch night.
You need qualifications for certain jobs. What do you need to blow it into a woman and have her have your kid? Nothing. That's why there's so many stupid people. This thing should be regulated somehow.
Maybe they need to make sneeze guards for
sperm.
women's back ends.
Yeah.
Something.
Sperm guards. That's all we need. Beautiful. So if you're a hick, don't screw. That's basically what we're saying. Don't breed. All right, cut it off. Sew yourself up. Don't breed.
Well,
Do you think Skull is one of the 4 major food groups?
If,
All Arkansas, wouldn't it?
if you're recording WWF right now, don't.
Yeah.
Don't breed. If you listen to KBPI, don't
Take a
breed.
time
How about
Kelly.
speaking of
That cuts
before we
off
get into
my
headlines-
breeding right.
Whoops. Before we get into that, losers, if you watch wrestling and then you go out and you pile drive your brother in the backyard, you're a loser.
Into
All
the
right?
car, too.
Period. Here's something else. I meant to bring this up on the show earlier tonight. I was watching the pool tournament earlier today. Did you see this?
No, but speaking of that, go ahead.
I got one
This
quick
is
thing.
the best.
I got one quick thing. If you are one of those people who plays pool with your glove and your screw-on stick, you're a loser. Period. Simple as that.
How about the putt-putt golf guys?
There you go.
I
The
saw on
putt-putt golf
ESPN2
guys.
about a month ago, they had the grand championships from like Florida, and you know how the big golf tournaments, they pan the skyline and shit? They did this for putt-putt golf, and then they come into the gallery, and there's people around the freaking putt-putt golf green.
Yeah, watch
They
this
showed us
crap.
like a 7-year-old guy in Speedos,
Watch
and he's
this
watching this guy hit a putt-putt
This is
golf.
beautiful.
It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
They had a
That's like the
crowd.
guys in the bowling crowd that hold up the 10
Yeah.
and the guy gets a strike.
There's at the pool tournament today, they had a crowd, and the 2 chicks that were in the finals were out slapping hands with people. I'm like, it's a pool tournament. The reason why you play pool is to wait for your drink to come. That's why you play pool. You don't put it in a tournament.
How about the
Hicks.
cleatuses that like cut the logs and cut
Yeah,
the
those
run
long
back
hand
and cut the log, run
Pulling
back
the-
and cut the
pulling
log.
the semis on their backs. You are losers.
They got the thing they the log in half. It's like Jesus
That's
Christ.
all
something to
losers.
be called a pro athlete so you can pick up chicks easier. It's like,
Is that what it
I'm a
is?
pro athlete.
I talked
I'm
about
a
it-
golfer.
Tiger Woods, you ain't. I talked about on your show the guys who wear their full softball uniforms to baseball games.
To the bar.
You're a loser.
With their name, with their actual
Yeah.
name on it. Like,
You're
no,
walking
don't.
into Jackson's Hole in your full softball gear.
Tiger.
You're a loser. Get over yourself.
At baseball games.
Yeah, you're a loser. Period.
And they
Simple
wear
as
the
that.
cleats and shit.
In the bars. That's what kills me.
I mean, everybody's famous these days. Pretty soon, like the 4 billion famous people are gonna try and get the autographs to the 4 nobodies. That's the way it's going.
Yeah, that's where it's headed. Beautiful. Losers, you're losers. Accept it. Cut your throat. Anyway, moving right along. Headlines. If you have a headline, send them to C. Axl Cones, 1209 Pennsylvania, Suite A, Denver, Colorado, 80203. If you have a headline, I will read it on the air. I will send you out one of these T-shirts. Thank you. Our first headline comes to us from, where are we going? Straighten, there it is. Whoop. Our first headline comes, John from Lakewood, Colorado sent this one in to us. Lakewood getting in. Beautiful. This one reads, Molly Stewart, president of the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation, slugs a photographer in the balls for sneaking up on her.
That's random.
John, nice job. Get him in. Moving right along. After striking out, Bill Thompson charges the mound to beat his 8-year-old son Dylan unrecognizable.
Oh, I don't think so. It's Waketilton.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. How's that?
That's still.
No? Bad?
There you go. That's a little better.
There it is. Patrick Waugh, along with his stocking stuffers, also received a bag of Purina from wife Michelle.
Don't make me kick your ass, Axl.
Patrick's in the house
That'll be
tonight.
Another show.
Is that beautiful?
Something's really bad. It's like the whole thing needs to hold like little display. No, this way. This way.
That way? Is that good?
No,
No?
wrong way. There you go.
There?
A
Okay.
little better.
All right, I better move up here.
Well, just look at the monitor.
Tonight in Lodo, dress like a dork and receive 25-cent Coors Lights.
Is that nightly?
That was it.
That's nightly.
It's like you got this thing aimed at you.
Here we see Playgirl model Tyler Steele and his ho-ho-hos.
That one hose in the way, I can't see nothing.
The who's ho? What?
The who's who.
Oh, okay. Postal. Oh, we got a guy from the post office in the back. You'll like this one. Postal customer Robert Evans is confused on which box to place his letter. The anthrax, the no anthrax, or the hoax anthrax.
He must be from Florida.
He is from Florida. The award for the family who has way too much free time to decorate their house and needs to get a live contest goes to the Petrowskis. And finally,
Just say no guns.
what a dick. Are you tired of not being able to find that perfect Christmas gift for Columbine High School students? Well, look no further. That is the show tonight. Next week, we're going to talk about bad Denver radio. That's the show. Good night.